We Make Movies is brought to you by Microsoft Surface, Assimilate, Eizo, and AJA. So Ritesh, tell me what your film is about.
It's centered around the Lunchbox delivery system of Bombay. They deliver hot meals from housewives at homes to their husbands in the offices. And in the afternoon, they take the empty lunchbox back. And they are incredibly efficient. Only 1 in 6 million lunchboxes ever goes to the wrong address. And the movie is about that one lunchbox that connects a lonely housewife to an older man in sort of the dusk of his life. And a relationship begins between them through notes in the lunchbox. Well, the film to me was always a fairy tale that could happen. So visually, there's a lot of realism in the movie, but there's a lot of magic realist flourishes. We have a fly in one point in the story that connects the two characters.
How is it working with Ritesh?
I've worked with many first-time directors. The drive which a first-time filmmaker has is a very unique drive. And I saw his short films before I committed to this film. He was just trying to be minimalistic, and there was a kind of poetry in that, and I could relate to it. And I knew, I'll have a great time as an actor with him, because he trusts actors.
Well, what it really means is that a little bit of money came from everywhere. And what that translates to is that a little bit of the work had to be done everywhere. In India, we have a very specific way of filmmaking, where the background score is very important. And it's a big element in the storytelling. So the sound design is not important in an Indian film. Usually a sound design in an Indian film is done in a matter of a week or two. But in Berlin, that's not the case. So I had a dedicated team for 2 months doing sound on my film, and we worked as hard on the sound as we did on the editing.
Why did you choose an American editor?
Well, I met him at the Sundance lab, John Lyons, and we'd been friends since, and we always wanted to work together. I feel that screenwriting is an American art form, because even in Europe, even everywhere in the world, the books people read, the way they learn how to write a film is following not an American template. I chose Michael Simmons to shoot this film because he's someone who had never been to India. And I thought he would come and see things that I don't see.
How important was color to the finishing of your film?
We always wanted sort of the color palette for this film to be very subdued, but I felt like that was just the right way to tell the story. And the Indian audience didn't seem to mind,
No.
that the film looked cold. Because I felt like that was a way to just focus more on the characters and the story and not be distracted by anything, We also had so many different formats we were working with, camera formats, because we shot most of the film on the Alexa, the Canon 5D, I think the Sony F3, and the C300.
Which finishing program did you use?
We used Scratch. Particularly the colorist's choice and the lab's choice.
You got to premiere your film at Cannes last year. How was that experience?
There were a few people who went up before the film ended, and Ritesh was a little concerned why they are getting up. Didn't they like the film? And the French producer, he pointed it out. He said they are all biased.
Well, congratulations to both of you.